You're welcome to the show. Let's begin with the details now. Police in Bole in the Savannah region is on a manhunt for suspects in a chieftaincy-related violence which resulted in burning down of 2 houses and destruction of a guest house. The General Officer commanding the Northern Region, Command Brigadier General Francis Ofori, has this morning been touring the community to assess the extent of the damage. We know that the Interior Minister has already imposed a dawn to dusk curfew on Bole. No arrest has been made at the moment, but let's get some update from Savannah region correspondent Isaac Nonja. He's on the line now. Hello, Isaac.
Hello.
Isaac, what is the situation at the moment in Bole?
The situation on the ground now is calm. People have gathered at their various homes. Those who are supposed to do their business in town, they are doing that. But you can see the security personnel, both military and police, scattered everywhere in the township.
Tell us the extent of destruction, the extent of damage. We're looking at visuals here of a vehicle that is totally burnt. We're looking at a lot of vandalism in a house. Tell us about the destruction and which factions have caused it.
Yes, there are 3 private homes, including a guest house. Now, 2 of them were heavily touched. The first one being that of the river chief. All the rooms, about 6 of them were burnt, including foodstuffs. Television set, a motorbike, and a pickup were also burnt. One other private home, we are told, belonged to one Alhaji, and the claim was that he was not part of the disturbances, but he allegedly sent his children to pick the chief imam staff to prevent him from going to the Eid prayers. And the other faction went to retrieve the staff. That resulted to the burning and the destruction we are seeing at the moment.
Okay, I'm going to come back to the destruction, and Isaac, but I want you to bring us to speed, especially for our viewers who have not followed this particular conversation, about the background. Bring us up to speed on the background to this particular story. So there are 2 chiefs in Bole, yes. Is that so?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
The whole thing started when the late Bolagura was still alive. The king called Mandarin. They were to choose a successor for the then Bolagura to appoint as Mandarura. And the Mandarura will, in a way, proceed to take over from to take the Bole seat. Now, for conservative traitors, they were not able to present a successor to the Bole chief. So he then told them that he was going to nominate somebody among them. And subsequently inscribed the person as Mandarura, who subsequently moved to Bole. He did that, and he picked one of them and inscribed him as Bolagura. Then the others came out from the same family, who is older than the one that was chosen by the Bolagura.
Okay.
He tested and proceeded to Jagbo, where the Bolagura, that means the Jagbo, the king of the overlord of Gonjaland, also inscribed him as Bolagura. But he couldn't come back to Bole because the protest over his legitimacy as a chief of Bole was huge. So he remained in Damago until the eve of the Eid al-Adha, Eid Mubarak. He came over to Bole, and then the other faction got to know that the man has come in, and they realized that this is somebody who is not Mandarura, neither Bolagura. And automatically, it all ended with the court case in Tambale, where the House of Chiefs ruled in favor of the current one sitting in Bole as Mandarura. And from Mandara, he then proceeded to Bole and came himself as chief of Bole. That's where the whole thing ended.
So if I get you correctly, and I'm having a bit of a struggle to understand it, but let's see if I understand you perfectly. There are 2 chiefs. The Bolira died, the initial Bolira died, or the original Bolira had died, and then there was supposed to have been the installation of 2 other chiefs, 1 other chief, but yes. 2 other chiefs ended up being installed. One of them, and then the case went to court. One of them won the case in court as the Mandarura, right?
Precisely.
Okay, so this one person who won the court case is the one who resides in Bole.
Precisely so.
And the other one who did not win the case, who is also, is this the claimant who you said is older?
He's older and it's at Damango.
Okay, so he lives in Damango.
Yes.
So this incident began because the other chief that lives in Damango came to Bole.
He came to Bole to observe the Eid
The
prayer.
Eid, okay. And once he arrived in Bole, the clashes began.
Precisely, because the chief imam warned the two of them not to appear at the prayer ground because there will be problems. And the other side allegedly went to steal his staff to also prevent him from going to Eid ground. Then the rabbis who are in Bole also when you treat the staff, then the whole thing started.
Okay, hang on for me, Isaac. I'll come back to you. We have the PRO for the police, Northern Region Police Command, DSP Tanku, on the line now. Let's get the update from the police perspective. DSP, thank you for your time this afternoon. What is the latest on the situation?
Yeah, as I speak to you, we are in Bole, and we are visiting the places that were burned down and the other places, that was vandalized. But the situation here is calm. Police and military patrols are ongoing. And as you are aware, the curfew has been extended from 8 to 6 to 6 to 6. And the men on the ground are ensuring that the curfew is well enforced. So as the day travels, they are getting prepared to ensure that they do just that. So for now, I think the situation on the ground is okay. But surely, we'll be looking out for those who have perpetrated crimes and have them arrested and prosecuted so that it will serve as an example for others who would like to police duty in future.
Precisely where I was coming to, we see a lot of, we see a vehicle burnt down, we see a lot of destruction in what looks like two houses. Who are you looking for?
We are looking for the perpetrators.
Do we have an idea in terms of profile?
You understand that we need to, first of all, identify them. After the identification, then we'll look out for them and arrest them.
I didn't quite get you. If you could come again on that for me, DSP.
Yes, I was telling you that we need to, first of all, identify the perpetrators of the burnings and also the vandalization. After we've been able to do that, then we seek them out and have them arrested and made to assist in investigations.
We're getting information on the from the ground that some people were identified earlier regarding this crime.
So far as I am concerned, that has not come to my attention.
Okay. Do we know exactly what triggered this?
Yeah, late last year or somewhere last year, the Bole passed on, and there was plans ahead to get somebody to succeed him. So the kingmakers of Bole nominated somebody, and Yabongra also nominated another person. But the kingmakers of Bole, their choice was a popular choice within the Bole community. About 90% of the population supported him. So while the wranglings were ongoing, the matter was taken to the Regional House of Chiefs. And the Regional House of Chiefs ruled that the nominee of the kingmakers of Bole is the person who is supposed to succeed the Bole. So there were confusion when the ruling came, and eventually Alhaji Abubakar, who was nominated by the Yabungra, had to leave town. A day before the Eid prayer, he came to town and said he was going to be part of the Eid prayer. But the youth in the town agitated against us and were questioning whether he was going there as a chief or as an ordinary person. The chief imam of Bole thought it wise to suspend the prayer. And some people also managed to try to stage the prayer. That brought the confusion. So in the end, two houses were burned down. That is a house belonging to Alhaji Abudu was burned down, and his family house was also burnt down. About 3 vehicles, 1 vehicle was burned down. Some other vehicles were smashed. A guest house was also vandalized. So that is why I told you we are looking for those people who did that. Even yesterday, the security had stopped to talk to Alhaji Abudu before he agreed finally for him to be evacuated under heavy security guard back to Damango.
And Alhaji Abudu is the one who lives in Damango, Abubakar Abudu.
Yes.
Okay.
He is the one who relocated to Damango, but came a day before the Eid prayer. Yeah, so the security men on the ground, in fact, they have done a human job looking at the number of people who were bent on attacking this man, and they were able to manage to take him out of, what do you call it, out of Bole. I think they done a good job.
Okay, so
they have not been very proactive and taking the right decisions at the right time. We would have experienced some very, very negative incident here.
So the SP, you mentioned that about 90, the Kingmakers nominee had about 90% of support. Just to be clear, on what basis do you make that conclusion?
Yeah, looking at even yesterday, for instance, looking at the teaming numbers that came up, that came out in support of that man and also against this Alhaji Abubakar. And we also have a lot of intelligence on the ground that has been working to kind of gauge some of these sentiments. Okay,
so your intelligence suggests that there's a lot more support for the nominee of the Bole Kingmakers. We know.
Yeah, there's an overwhelming support here. That notwithstanding, our work is to ensure that we ensure law and order.
Right.
So whoever, no matter who is against you or who is for you, we have to give you the necessary security that is needed. Whilst we leave the negotiations on who eventually becomes the Bolewura to the traditionalists, to the courts, and also the other relevant institutions.
Very well. Yesterday there were gunshots. Finally, there were gunshots. Do we know where they came from? Have we done any investigations on that?
It is all part of the investigations that is being conducted. The regional commander, Northern Region, or the regional command has directed the regional CID to take over the investigation. So the the regional CID is now in charge of investigations, and they will be assisted by the police in Bole to get to the root of that. Okay,
the general commander, we understand, the commander, for the military commander, we understand, we actually are seeing the videos here, is also in the community. Exactly what is he looking to achieve?
You have to talk to him. Okay.
Well, we've seen some of your men moving with him. That's why I'm asking, but that's okay if you're not.
The regional police command is here, and I'm here with them. We have met at the RESEC. We've also gone to we are going around the places that were touched because of this conflict. So we are still in Bole going around.
All right. DSP, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. DSP Yusuf Tanko there, he speaks for the Northern Region Police Command. I still have Isaac on the line. Isaac, we've had a lot of confirmation from the police with the story as well. At the moment, you say that there's peace, there's calm.
Matilda, I can tell you that the environment is unpredictable because the youth are everywhere threatening mayhem, because the rest that came didn't come to that site. One question that JoyNews posed to the team that arrived, including the general, is between the hours of 10 and 11 p.m., that fateful night, where were the security when this man was sneaking into Bole Township during curfew hours?
And what was the answer?
They couldn't provide an answer. What the general said was that they were still investigating. But that is period are being pointed to certain quarters. That is the police, including the DASEC chairperson.
Okay. Isaac, there has been a RESEC meeting that has just ended. Do you have an idea what the outcome is?
Yes. The RESEC, the runner-up on the three names, as you told earlier on, they have agreed that the three names should be picked. And then, secondly, they should resettle the family of the Zaba chief who is currently in Damago, because he has virtually lost everything of his.
Isaac, thank you very much. Isaac Nonja, there is our Savannah correspondent.